Salem's pot. They got a lot down there.
Huh? That's the one I was trying to. That's the band I was trying to think of. Salem, I got some Salem Spot, and they offer like a 3-pack of the. Did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah, it was alright.
What do you mean alright?
It was just a lot of time with my family.
Right.
Hanging out.
You know, here before we, I mean, I know we kind of hit go anyway, but we're getting ready to get going here. I got something I really need to confess. Well, why don't we just start our show off with a little word of prayer?
You took advantage of my good nature.
Because dear Lord God, I have sinned. I have fallen back over this holiday season. I'm sure a lot of us have. But on the day of your son's birthday, on the day of your son's birthday.
By the way, my son's birthday was...
I'm not talking about your son.
Oh, sorry.
I'm talking about Jesus Christ.
Oh, sorry. Well, you know, my son's birthday was last week, though.
Right.
Before Jesus'
and he's Jesus Christ? Oh, he came before. Your son's before Jesus Christ.
2 days.
You love your son before Jesus Christ? Is that what we're getting around to here? Because that's all I heard. And on the stove, Jay. Yeah, anyway. Oh no, sorry. It's in my pocket. As I was saying, I was trying to get serious for a second. I wanted to start with a little word. Because I've fallen short this holiday season, folks. On the day of the Lord's birthday, oh God, I said I wasn't going to do this, Jay. On the day of the Lord's birthday, I put French fried carbohydrates in my mouth. Of all days, I heard
you went wild yesterday.
Of all days that I could have put French fried carbohydrates in my mouth, I chose the Lord's birthday to do it, and Jesus Christ, Lord God, I'm sorry. Hey everybody, welcome to Grown Man Record Night. We appreciate the shit hell damn piss out of you. We hope everybody's... Turn your hat around, Jay. Because we're going to be the Carl...
Rockstar Brothers.
We're going to be the Carl Jr. twins tonight. We hope everybody's had a great holiday season. Had some good time off. Some good time with your family. And hope everybody got everything they wanted. Or if you wasn't worth the shit this year, I hope you didn't get nothing. Because
I didn't get anything.
That's how it works, you know what I mean? My mom came through like always, man. My mom's like, you know, she's in her 70s now. But I got some Legend of Zelda socks. I got some Mega Man socks, which I wear weird socks to work. I've been wanting these, especially the Mega Man ones. Okay. A headlamp, which I've been needing. And she got me, just like in
what do you mean,
grand tradition of me, if I don't get a video game for Christmas, it feels a little empty for me. And my mom still comes through. She got me Red Dead Redemption 2. She's like, I heard this was a good game. She's in her 70s. Old country lady. It was awesome. And of course, Red Dead Redemption 2 is incredible. Been playing a lot of that. Been playing a lot of Call of Duty. We've actually been doing something different here on the program in the last couple of weeks. And I'm really digging this, and I'm surprised we can make it work, first of all. But so like tonight, I was playing Call of Duty, using a little feature where I can do that on my machine here. Playing Call of Duty while we're spinning records. So down here in the corner of the screen, down here, with a camera with the record that we're spinning, and then the full screen has been like the Call of Duty game. And then later in the evening we did a little retro thing, so we're playing NES with record spinning. That way I know we're doing the music part on Twitch. It seems to fit in a little better, and that's a lot of fun. I'm really digging this.
It's something kind of entertaining. You don't have to watch a record spin around.
Yeah, I understand. Not everybody wants to. Yeah, we got good sound coming off of to watch a stream online. I mean, the sound comes right off our board, and it's plugged right into the PC. So what you pick up off of the music end of things should be pretty legit sound, depending on how your internet connection is, of course. But when you add in the fact of playing a game behind it, I think that kind of just adds a little to it. And I've been streaming a lot and playing a lot of games and just really getting into things. 2019 is going to be our year, Jay. We're going to take Twitch by storm. We've already starting to just lock down on YouTube a little bit. Not really. I'm pushing toward 500. Y'all help me out. We're 370. We've picked up a few. I appreciate everybody spreading the word. This is episode 289. By the time we get to episode 300, we'd like to have 500 subscribers.
Yeah.
I don't know. Help us out.
It's possible.
It's a possibility. That's not your name.
If not, I'll be spending a few days making fake accounts and liking it.
Yeah, we could do that. I could bot it up. Speaking of bots, you guys know we have introduced the Nightbot to the channel, which is great. Has Nightbot popped up in the let's see. See if Nightbot has popped up in here.
Is there an award winner for this past week?
I don't know if Nightbot's popping up in here or not. Nightbot's supposed to be. It's making me a little nervous. Let's try to get something going. Because remember, you can always go commands and Nightbot.
We can go command. We can go commando.
It's true. I hope Nightbot's connected though. It's been kind of wonky. I do want to, in the past couple of weeks. Oh, there we go. There's the commands. The commando. What's up, Scotty Strick 9? I see you, bro. I'll be seeing you. Happy holidays, man. But over the past couple of weeks, since we've been using Nightbot, let me just go to this here. You can see up here our top chatters have been Shane Rocky still holding out the pack there. 36 messages. Metal Theologian is a close second with 30. You're in there, Jay. Bill's Box of Sound, as long as AZ Mick, and this
What is the
Jova Avena.
What does the winner get? I might have to start doing this more.
$100 worth of $100. Everybody gets $100.
$29,994.
Yep, that's it. But I've included some new commands in Nightbot. So let's talk. You can always do exclamation.
What's that all about?
You can always do exclamation commands to get a list of commands, or you could do. Let's check this out. You could do. Let's try ding dong. Okay. Let's see if that works. Oh yeah, look at there. No, that didn't work out right. That's a picture of a man's ding dong. It's not really, but it sort of is.
Why don't you put a picture of your cat on there?
Yeah, I mean,
can it bring up a? Can you set one of those Nightbots to bring up a picture?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, at least there'll be a link to a picture. Period. That's another one. Good job, Shane, for jumping in there. If you want to see that mentally challenged period video, is that what you call it? Is there anything else I should be calling it? It's the holidays. I'm trying not to be too offensive, but you know it happens. It wouldn't be the first time I've offended somebody about it. Oh look, there it goes. The uptime command works. If you notice, if you do exclamation uptime, it says how long we've been live for.
That'll come in handy.
Period. You asked for it. There's the link for the period videos. Thanks, Nightbot. We appreciate you joining us, bro. Nightbot is always in command. And if you guys get too out of control or too squirrely, Nightbot will get in there and just take care of some shit. I'm having trouble speaking. I maybe having a stroke.
Nightbot's the most popular thing on the internet.
Nightbot is really where it's at. So let's everybody get a grip while we're at it. Get a grip, Jay. You got a few seconds? Take a few seconds, go and get a grip.
Well, Steve's in Georgia, right?
Steve's in Georgia.
Yeah.
The devil went down to Georgia. Also, Steve went down to
sent a
Georgia.
text a few minutes ago, actually.
Yeah, it was a rush something. I don't get it.
Oh,
Unless
no. Oh well, back to square one.
we've been recording some music.
Oh wait, did we just rush off? Is that what he's trying to tell us?
No,
Have you listened to it?
no, no, don't.
I wonder if there's something we ripped off. I'm not close to it.
Maybe that poem he's talking about.
It says, "Oh well, back to square one." Like we messed something up again.
I wonder if it's that poem.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, we've been recording some music. We're going to release some digital tracks and some an audio cassette coming up. So you guys look for it. We still don't have a name.
Let's start a contest.
We could start a contest.
Not for names, just a contest.
Oh, just in general.
Yeah.
Let's start a contest. Everybody wins.
If somebody wants to win something, join the contest.
Everybody wins. I tell you what, everybody that enters,
Everybody rides.
everybody wins salvation. And now I can't find it, so I'm ruining it. Everybody wins salvation. You bump it, you set it up.
Don't you think
Salvation.
that the guy in RoboCop that was in '70s show, the dad, you know? Don't
yeah,
you
what's
think
his name?
Kirkwood? Is it Kirkwood Smith? Anyway, don't you think he looks a lot like the other brother from Ron Howard's brother, Clint Howard? I think he looks a lot like Clint Howard.
He does sort of favor Clint Howard, not as chubby.
I saw a picture of Clint Howard this week.
Yeah.
He looks really, really old now.
Well, he looked old when he was damn.
But he's got like long gray hair now.
Yeah.
And, like he looks like he's aging.
I mean, I hear you, bro. I ain't here to argue with you, Jay. We ain't fussing. Hey, everybody, we ain't fussing.
Enough of the Clint Howard.
Yeah, let's take up more time of the program with Clint Howard details, if we could. Did you get any record album for Christmas, Jay?
No, I didn't get anything.
I didn't really get any record albums, at least so far, for Christmas, and that's fine. Wasn't expecting any. I didn't even like today. I was going to go out to the record store, and I just really didn't want to. I'd rather stay here and play games. I've been playing games.
Yeah.
Sharpen up my digital athleticism.
Okay. What are you going to do
But
with that?
I want you guys to tell me, hit me up in the chat right now, live, you live mug thugs. Let me know you got something, got some records this Christmas, or digital, whatever. Something you picked up, or your coolest thing you picked up. It ain't gotta be records, fuck it. Like you got it, like I got some Mega Man socks. You got something cool you wanna just brag on?
Okay.
Your wife or your mom or your whatever did something cool for you? Drop us a little thing in the chat. If you're watching it recorded, do it in the YouTubes.
I usually just end up buying myself Christmas gifts.
No, the man bun's still here, Shane. I just shaved the sides, and me and Jay, tonight's episode is brought to you by Carl's Jr. So we're wearing our Carl's Jr. hats. Actually, these are Rockstar hats. You got some copper pans? My mom's got some of those, Shane. Those are,
The ones with the lady pedals on television?
pedals? Yep. But I had a good Christmas. I mean, it's been a good time. I've been sick this whole time. It's been sucky. But, Now, to tease ahead a little bit, not only, we got a big show, Jay.
Really?
We got a big
Oh,
show.
so you're in. This is the last show of the year.
This is the last show of the year. This is the
It's
big
big. It's
year-end
gonna be
special.
Huge.
Big year-end special where we're going to announce
Maybe some champagne or something.
We should have, yeah. We're going to announce some album of the year winners, in my opinion.
Candidates.
Candidates or whatever. Not only that, but when we get a little deeper into the program, we're going to be talking about chip of the year, which is also a big thing we do here.
Yeah. If you remember something we really liked, let us know.
Yeah, we may have missed something. If you say, no, what about the one you guys were raving about? Because we were trying to remember some of those. But it is a big deal. We've been doing this a few years now. We have a chip of the year every year. And props to our good buddy Sweet Tea, who keeps up with all the chips and has a spreadsheet. I'm going to make this available, like an available Google Doc for everybody that likes to send us chips and da-da-da.
You can make and you can make a link to it on the bot there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a good idea. We need to make a Nightbot command for the chip sheet. And it's an Excel spreadsheet that Sweet Tea has been keeping up with. We're in like 620 some, 630 some bags of chips we have reviewed on this program. And
Like
it's broken down by brand and date and flavor and comments, even like from what we have said on the show. So it's a good reference point if you're ever out in the store and be like, oh, these mugs ain't done this. Check the sheet, pull it up, and make sure, and maybe send it to us or whatever. Not that we're begging for stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Get out the spreadsheet. We're gonna get it out. Pick it up.
Pick it up.
Pick it up. I need to make a pick it up graphic. Pick it up.
There you
You over to Goodwill? You see a Ramsey Lewis record? Pick it up. You already got it? I don't know. Pick it up.
go. You know, I went to a Goodwill today, and
Well,
I don't know.
elaborate more for me, Joe.
It's almost like Goodwill got picked over at Christmas
dandruff.
time.
What's your dandruff smell like?
I don't know. It's almost like Goodwill got picked over at Christmas time.
It's possible.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pores rolling around, Joe.
Like the CDs and the tapes and like records and everything was gone. And this is why I frequent this one, you know, about every couple of weeks. And it was a lot different today. So maybe that's the thing that people.
I don't know.
You've got a gift card to Goodwill before.
Absolutely, yeah. My mom gave me one of those, but sometimes you can't help it. They're among us, and you really can't help it. But there's a lot of pores over there. We're dealing with a lot of pores.
Maybe rip.
And it really. I tell you what. Why don't we get into a little bit of what we played this evening, and to not dilly dally. I don't have a lot of news necessarily. Vinyl front has been pretty stagnant in terms of, you know, over the holiday season. But we do have some. Got a clip? Nope, no clip.
Breaking news.
Well, we broke it. Hang on, there we go. I've been unplugged, literally. Has anything big happened in music records in the last? Who's the big New Year's Eve shows this year?
What do you mean?
The big performers on the television set.
Oh, I'm sure people I don't care.
You know, I will say, last year or the year before last, I think Fox had like this old school hip hop New Year's Eve thing. That was really good. I was really impressed with it.
I'm usually in bed, like on New Year's, like going through my normal routine.
You know, it is an interesting fact. You know, we started our first band together in high school. I was 18, 17, 16, something like that. And we went up after we'd been playing for a little while and went to this local club, and it was known to be the local club where any band could get like a gig. And we went up there to this guy and we asked for a show. A place called the Somewhere Else Tavern.
It's a true local music club.
Yeah, and you know, you didn't have to have a press kit and all of that. We were just shitheads. And went up there, and the guy was like, "Oh yeah, cool, man. I'll put you on." It was the summertime, like July 31st, I think it was. And he said, I'll put you on a Tuesday night at 8 p.m.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And we were happier than shit. We were happier than shit. We made like $30. You know, a handful of people came out. People it was pretty.
We got people.
We got people because people are friends and stuff in our first show. But it was just crazy that we could just write songs and come up with it and go up there, and he didn't even listen to us. Like, can we get a show? Like, sure. But anyhow, this place is going to be closing down, and you know, over the years and all the bands I've played, and we played numerous shows, packed out of the house, and I mean, from meeting girls to getting in fights to just everything happening in the course of a band or a musician's life has happened at this place. And it's going to be closing down, so, apparently. So New Year's Eve is going to be the official last show. So I'm thinking about rolling up there.
Maybe.
Possibly. I'm also lazy.
Yeah, the place has been around for, God. Well, I first went there in like 93, maybe?
The old Curb of the Year. Yeah, the old one was
The old one in
yeah.
93, I think. And then they moved in like 94, I want to say.
Yeah.
They've been in that location. That's 24 years there, almost 25 years. They've been around 30 years.
It's a true landmark.
They've been around
for,
35 years. They're around about 10 or 12 years.
For Central North Carolina, it's certainly a landmark in terms of live music. For sure.
It's a true local live music. So,
yeah. But anyway, let's get into what we played. This was something I left on the turntables. Could be the second Sleep record we talked about tonight. What do I know? Sleep's Holy Mountain, which is just one of my favorite records. And I played it the other night, and it was up there, so I had to.
Got a little different vibe, I think.
That's the perfect vibe for me. And this is why I was playing some Call of Duty and you know, not doing the greatest. There is a little bit of lag. I have to just kind of qualify this. There's a little bit of lag when I play through the PC like this to be able to stream it, which is cool, but I don't have any sound, so I can't sound horror. That's why I was playing some Blackout, some Battle Royale stuff. Can't hear nothing. But anyway, I'm just trying to make sure everybody knows I don't really suck as much as what you've seen on the stream.
Oh, quit that.
I'm just saying. I mean, I got some, you know.
You got some shots.
I went in there with some laser beams, I'll be honest with you. But some of the stuff I just get a little drunk and playing a little music, and you know, it's just fun. We're just having fun over here. We're having fun. Jeremy Steig, Monium. This is a really unique record I picked up. It's a 74 on CBS. This cat's a like a flautist or whatever you call that thing. Yeah, he's a flautist. This stuff, very funky, really smokes, man. If you guys ever run into Jeremy Steig, I assume that's Steig or Steve. Steig. Killer stuff, man. I picked this up at like it was like a bargain bucket 50-cent pickup, but it was legit though, for real. It's a legit release. Speaking of release, here's a picture of a man's butt. Steve gifted this to me a couple weeks ago. It's a Yes record I didn't have, which is, I think my old roommate had it, so cameraman, so I didn't really need to have it because he had it, kind of thing. Going for the one, which is, I mean, this is just killer. 77 year I was born. My birthday's coming up next week.
How old you gonna be? 44?
42. 42. 42, and I'm still streaming video games because I'm 13. Jay put this piece of shit on, and why don't you tell us about it?
Come on, man. Something's wrong with you if you don't like this. Humble Pie smoking.
Yeah.
It's a smoking blues rock.
What's going on with that guy's face? On his voice.
He's a blues singer, man.
That's blues?
That's rock and roll.
That's blues if somebody's got a hold of you by your ball sack.
Steve Marriott, he died early, man. He died like a rock star.
Did a hotel fall on him?
I think he actually got really drunk.
Marriott?
And had a cigarette in his mouth, and his house burned down.
Burned down his hotel that he owns?
Oh,
Did you see the Marriott jokes?
Yeah.
Anybody? What is this?
I heard something about J.W. Marriott today.
It's a tough room.
IOU.
Jay picked this out while I was, that's like a great abortion smell right there. Jay, you picked this out while I was streaming some games, and
You said throw something jazz on.
I said throw some jazz on. Jay picked up Buddy Rich, plays and plays and plays and plays.
Not really jazz.
Of course it is. It's a little later, Buddy Rich, 77 again, ironically enough. That's a great record though. I picked that up on the cheap. That's a Goodwill 75 center.
Yeah, you said it was like Kmart, isn't it? Kind of is.
No, there was a track on there that I was like, oh bro, this is like straight up Kmart music.
Yeah, it's not the best, but it'll do.
It'll do. All right, and then I pulled out one of my one of my favorite rock records of all time. Actually, it's because it's got one of my favorite rock tracks of all time. Child in Time on Deep Purple's In Rock. I wanted this for so long. You picked it up kind of cheap and then just sold it to me. It's got Child in Time is that's that song I looked for the longest time when I was in high school.
Twister,
From Twister, there's a scene in Twister where they're going down in the van and they do the When I heard that guitar riff, I was like, what in the hell is that? Where do I find it? And at the time, this is like 95, I just knew, like, the stuff I was listening to then. I didn't know what that was. I didn't know where to find it. There was no internet. There was no Shazam. I mean, I couldn't ask Jamie Foxx or whatever. It took me a long time to figure out what the hell that was. Yeah, these pop culture references do anything for anybody?
I use Shazam quite often, actually.
I used to. All right, what was this, Jay?
This is The Wall, a little record. You may have heard of it.
I was gonna.
I bought this for no other reason than, I don't know if I mentioned on the show, about a month ago, I had a really good CD.
That's right.
Like
Yeah. I remember
I
that.
found in Google.
Yeah.
I found like 10 CDs, like really top, like really strong titles.
Yeah.
3 of them were Pink Floyd actually, and they were all like perfect condition, like old CDs, not like from the early '80s, like when they came out, like physically made. So these were rich, old, early day CDs,
Yeah.
but all really good shape and had some Pink Floyd. And this is what on The Wall, and I've been listening to my car lately. So I just thought I hadn't listened to vinyl in a long time, so I just grabbed it and brought it over here with me. The cover's got some water stains on it, but the vinyl's like just about perfect. So yeah, this used to belong to Jacqueline Beck.
Okay.
She
Chick
signed it.
record.
She
Right.
signed it.
Right. That's very nice of her to sign that.
Yeah,
Careful with that cable.
love that.
Things just flickered.
Okay, well,
You did it. You did it. It flickered when you moved. I said, let me put a little hip hop before we do a little hip hop. Take you just a little bitty.
I'll pass on that.
This is some.
I'll pass on alcohol. I just say no.
This is some fine Appalachian spring water. Look how crystal clear that is.
Is that the batch from last week?
Mm-hmm.
What's in the bottle?
Picture my ding dong. Look down there. Ding dong.
Oh, it was Reflection. So you broke it up, or is that the original?
That's the original. It's not as strong as what we thought. But anyhow, Happy New Year, everybody. God bless.
So you drank a lot of that this week.
I didn't do nothing today. You don't worry about what I'm doing. You worry about your own
Did you
business.
drink all that this week? Yeah,
You worry about your own goddamn business,
You
Jay.
would have had to have that this week because you just had it new last week. I was thinking about going.
I've been sick, motherfucker.
Do you have problems?
Woo!
I think you're an alcoholic.
Got a drinking problem. Striker.
You need help.
Oh, I need help. Moving a couch in a couple of weeks. Hello, come on. Breaker 19. So I pulled out a VCLT from the Bossman, Genius, the Jizza, Liquid Swords. One of my favorite hip hop albums ever.
Okay.
Believe it or not, a little deep tease. Fuzzy, you get on out of here. You don't got no business in here, you cat. A little deep tease. I did include a hip hop album on our year-end chart coming up.
Okay.
So stay tuned for that. It's something. Some of this stuff I really had to research. Some of it was a layup for me that I knew was going to be on the list, and some other stuff I took a few days and researched some of the albums that came out this year and came up with my own list. Granted, some of it a little hurried. But I think a pretty comprehensive list of some of the best albums that come out this year.
Okay.
Take that for what it's worth.
Okay.
Buck $2.49. Everybody shut up in here. I can hear all of it. I can hear it. It's coming through the microphone. Well, that doesn't matter. You take it outside or I'll shit your face on it.
I'm talking to the help.
Monolord. We've talked a lot about Monolord. I have to say, speaking of 2018 and best ofs, me and the girlfriend went up to Asheville, North Carolina for vacation and started our vacation with a live show for Monolord.
Yeah.
It was a show that's tough. That's a tie between Monolord and Steven Wilson for show of the year, which is pretty much the two big ones I saw this year. They were both phenomenal. No letdowns at all. But this is Veneer. This is the second record from Monolord, 2015. This is on some, what kind of vinyl was it, Jay? Green?
Rod and Easy. Oh, purple. Yeah.
Purple vinyl on the Rod and Easy label. If you guys don't know Monolord, what's wrong with you? Get out from under it.
Yeah, I was looking on their website. I think I'm gonna buy something off there.
Oh, we got some 60 hertz hum going on. Can't have that cycle. Get on there and monitor it, Jay. What you got? You got a phone? Okay. Can't have no 60 hertz, baby. That's that power cycle. Whoop! Are you a ham, Bill?
Yeah, it's there.
Well, home? Okay. Jesus. I don't know where that's coming from. Oh, that's because I jacked this up, first of all. You gotta speak up, Jay.
Huh?
Yeah, there you go. Keep it that level.
What?
It's probably a little better, because I didn't crank the, What's up, liver lobes? I'll be seeing you on here on Twitch, man.
Liver lobes.
Jumping in here all sly-like. All sly-like and shit. Yeah, that's a pretty beefy hump. I did jack up a level. Man.
I didn't fix it.
Alright. Sorry about that, everybody. That is shitty. We'll work on that. It's really hard using this program and what we do to monitor for a consummate broadcast professional like myself. That's very awkward and unnerving that we don't have an accurate way to measure something other than like, bro, pull out your phone. Because I can't hear like I need to get a good monitor system.
Why can't you hear straight out of your computer?
It cuts it off so that it doesn't feed back. So there's some workarounds and some things I can work
I'm
on.
talking about you can't plug a pair of headphones in. We're going to talk about this later.
Yeah, it doesn't work exactly like you think it should. It's not as intuitive as you would want it to be.
You need to just spend $50 and get your little 2-channel interface.
Yeah, well, I've got a 4-channel right there. These are not USB microphones. So, anyway. And it's funny because I had Jay pull something out to finish us off.
That was just divine.
Thanks, Bill. We appreciate you, bro. Happy New Year, man. As well, I should just try to talk in 60 hertz. Jay pulled a record out to finish us out as I was running a game of 1943, and I had something working on the NES. I had a pretty decent game. Jay had a game of Super Mario Bros. Got into 8-3. 8-3.
Wiped out. Cracked
And
out.
choked it. He choked it on out at 8-3.
I did choke away at 3.
When I said, like, does it feel different playing games like in front of people? Because it does for me when I'm playing Call of Duty. I play Call of Duty all day long. I come in here and I play in front of 3 or 4 people on Twitch. Next thing you know, I feel like I'm a little kid. You know, I get that kind of vibe going about it.
Yeah.
And I said that to Jay, and he's like, I didn't think about it until 30 seconds ago. But anyway.
Yeah.
So I had Jay put on a record to finish us out before we went into the program. And Jay pulled this one out. Did you bring this, or you pull it from mine?
I just pulled it.
From mine.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Fleetwood Mac Rumors. Pretty run for me, or for us, pretty run-of-the-mill record. This was #1 from the 2018 charts of albums bought this year. Fleetwood Mac, and that's not really surprising because I've heard from record store owners when I first started, this was dollar record material all day long at Goodwills and shit. And now people are paying top dollar for used prices at a record store. $10, $12 for Fleetwood Mac Rumors.
When you say it's the #1 record of the year, you mean like new vinyl, like repressed?
Yeah. #1 thing bought on vinyl this year.
Hipsters.
Period. Everything.
Hipsters and millennials.
Something about millennials have kind of gravitated toward the Fleetwood Mac Rumors thing, which is it's interesting, and I'm not hating on it. But it's just interesting that those kind of cycles. You know what I mean? How that works out.
Oh, that and I guess like Prince would be another one that's really big in the repressed vinyl.
You know, it's interesting because last year this time, I think, okay, let's go a few years back. I felt like every other week I was mentioning Flaming Lips. The Flaming Lips were coming out with this record. They were collaborating with this person. They were doing this thing with this. They were special record store day. They were, I mean, all this stuff was Flaming Lips. Last year, I felt like everything was David Bowie.
Well, he just died.
He just died, but there was all these like special releases and record store day. And even before he died, he was getting into the like
The black
special
Black
releases and the record store day pressings. He was always big in that. And then last year, and I would say even this year, I think the big thing has been Prince. Since Prince, and I'm sure both coincide with the deaths.
It's a state.
This record's coming out. They're going to re-release this. They're going to re-release that. Sorry. And it was a big deal. But it's interesting how over the, for a year you'll feel the pressure of this like, oh, he's David Bowie record. Oh, the David Bowie, and then the next year it's like, oh, the Prince and the Prince and the Prince.
Somebody will die here pretty soon. Something monetized.
I'll tell you what. When we get
prediction,
Doug stand-up as a death pool for, but I tell you what I'll do. When we get all 3 of these songs recorded, or 4 songs, we do record it. We're getting ready to release them. I'll do a whole bunch of heroin like right as we're done with it.
Oh, before it comes out.
Yeah, and if I croak out, you put this out on Bandcamp. Do like $5.99. You make like $100 a day. That's $500 a week. We're rich, buddy. $500 a week.
I'm quitting my job for that.
Yeah, that's all you need.
But,
I need about $100 a day.
But yeah, so it's basically just trending on if somebody dies. So that's kind of how it works, right?
It does seem that way, but something like Bowie, actually both of these cats were not really, they were already doing this kind of stuff. They were kind of trending up before they died. It's really weird how that works. So maybe don't trend up. That's the life lesson. Well, let's get into a dig of the week. You guys, look, I talked about it earlier. We're doing, some nights I'm just doing video games over on the Twitch channel, and we're just having conversations, just being grown men about it. Other times we're, like on record night, I'm streaming video games and with records, and still just talking shit over here. Come join us on the Twitch channel, please. Follow us over there. And what's it take? A couple minutes? Go over and click a like.
All you gotta do is sign up, social, and
sign it up.
Credit card number.
You're gonna email me your social.
Yeah, please call us direct and give us that information.
So we're gonna try to push that more in 2019. The video game aspect mixed with the game, with the music, just to add a visual aspect to just not seeing a record spin around the circle. Because I mean, God bless, who wants to see
that? Makes you busy.
Who wants to see that all the time? I mean, and we bumped it out. I got to get up and take a piss, or we're gonna go take a shot, or step in the other room for a minute.
Maybe that's like some people's Yule log.
Your Yule. That's true. I've heard that. And also, please, on our YouTube channel, smash that like button. Go over there and subscribe. You know somebody that would dig us. Not everybody likes us. I understand that. I got relatives that don't like me. But if you think somebody would like us, drunk assholes, to talk about music and records and video games and shit, go over, send them over our way. Tell them to smash that subscribe. We're trying to get to 500 by our 300th show. That's coming up.
Okay.
It's coming up, Jay. It's going to be here before we know it.
What are we doing?
And we're going to be about like, we're going to be at like, you know, like freaking 427 subscribers, and it's going to be whack as hell.
What's that? 11?
I don't want that.
11 weeks away?
I don't want it. I want 500. It's not too goddamn hard. Go over and hit subscribe. 500.
11 weeks away, is that right?
I'm not a mathematician.
That's 289.
I flunked out of meteorology school. I had to go do film instead. I don't know. The question you're asking me, the answer, it's unknown.
But
empty set.
But 300. What are we going to do for that? It's going to be special.
We could
we got to invite some special guests back next year.
We should. We should just we should get silly with it. Carl should be here. Carl came by the other week, man. But it was when all the ice storm. It was right before the ice storm. But anyway, for dig of the week tonight, I'm going to use this time to talk about our picks of the week, our picks of the year.
Okay.
Oops, sorry, I didn't have this thing on there. But I've got some things, albums of the year. Now,
bought a couple too.
You got a couple. Couple you bought on vinyl?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I got my best pickup of the year and my record of the year.
Okay.
And a couple honorable mentions too.
I will say this year had some reissues. I will say some things worth mentioning for sure. That Beatles 50th anniversary White Album set, box set. I hear it sounds terrific. It's a beautiful packaging. It's got a lot of cool things with it. That's an interesting reissue. Also of note for reissues this year, a lot of the Porcupine Tree stuff was reissued, which we just recently went and saw Stephen Wilson, if you guys haven't been keeping up with us.
Yeah.
That stuff got reissued. Steve picked up a lot of that. Also, speaking of stuff Steve picked up, the King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard stuff, which we're all become pretty big fans of. All that came out. They re-released all that shit.
Yeah.
A lot of that was very cool. Steve was very amped about that. I was like, it's funny because Steve pick up like some things and we pick up different things and kind of combine when we get together to do record night. We don't all have to have the same shit. That's like when you played The Wall earlier, and it's like, do you have The Wall? I was like, no, because Cameron, my old roommate, had it for the longest time, so I never bothered to go out of my way to pick it up. He got it on the cheap, and I had the other Floyd, and so we kind of combined forces, and it's kind of the same way with record night. Like, you get certain areas of the metal and stuff, and Steve gets some areas of things, and I get some things, and we all bring it together.
Sure.
Like, I don't have to own every Cult record, even though I love the Cult now, because you've got all the Cult records. Steve's got all the Porcupine Tree and King Gizzard records, but anyway.
And you have a lot of stoner doom stuff.
And so anyway, those are some notable reissues that came out this year. Some other things I would talk about, and this is not going to necessarily revolve around everything that I own on vinyl, because that's not, I don't pick up everything for sure.
Close to it, but not everything.
You guys know who Kasami Washington is?
Yep.
I think this is a groundbreaking album, Heaven and Earth. This guy is just, I've watched a lot of live stuff with him on YouTube and stuff.
I think it's Kamasi.
Kamasi. What did I say?
Kasami.
Kamasi. Really like kind of, it's like a bridge between like Ornette Coleman and Sun Ra, even, because he's got kind of the visual aspect to it. It's but this album, Heaven and Earth, bonkers. I've streamed it, I've listened to it a few times, and I've heard a lot of live tracks and stuff from this. Bonkers stuff.
Okay.
It's definitely worth picking up. I say that, I don't pick it. You
haven't picked it up.
No. And I'm guilty of that. I'm not one to go out and spend $30, $40 on a record just because that looks neat.
Yeah.
But that's a legit, I saw some folks that, know some folks that have seen him live.
Okay.
Terrific. Really impressive stuff. Yeah, and you guys, while I'm doing all this bullshit, feel free to drop in the chat your picks for album of the year in different genres, because I tried to break this down into genre, because I can get really hyper focused into shit, and that's not really what it's all about. So like another band I kind of got into a year or two ago, Death Heaven. They're kind of a black metal. It's a blend between black metal and shoegaze, which is interesting. They had an album a few years ago called Sungazer, which is pretty damn awesome and a pretty great mix of heavy stuff and really kind of melodic stuff.
Okay.
Apparently these guys have gotten this album, at least in their own mind, is a landmark in the fact that they've all gotten sober. They're in their 30s. One guy even started an Instagram about mineral water. That's how like hardcore they are about being sober.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. But I've listened to this, and it's
making good music. Yeah.
Still making good music. I think in their mind they're making the best music they've made. I don't know about that necessarily. And typically I hate bands that do that. We're only bringing bottled water on stage bands. I don't like that. I like bands that take shots with me while I'm listening to them.
Oh, okay.
You know, I mean, I prefer that.
I prefer the
It's not going to make me hate on a band, but I want to see you play your shit drunk, because you know what? I know what that feels like. So let's see it, tough guy. Can you really do that with a little buzz going on, or did you have to like be hopped up on coffee in the studio and you're like, okay, go? Can you do that live with a couple of beers in you? If not, I don't have a whole lot of time for you.
Who cares?
No, I don't. You know what I mean?
Who cares?
It's a violation of the rock and roll spirit. It's a violation, man. I don't make the rules. I just play the game, Jay. But anyway, Death Heaven's a cool band. They're worth checking out. Now, I didn't go without thinking of the country genre.
Okay.
Now, this is granted. It's not something I know a lot about. I know in the past couple of years, people have mentioned like Shooter Jennings and Cord Blund has been in there. And who's the guy with the big long hair, and there's supposed to be a revival of the outlaw country. Everybody's raving. Chris Stapleton. Good shit. I mean, it's not necessarily my bag, but
still pretty mainstream.
I have to admit, some of this stuff kind of came to mind first off when I was doing album of the year kind of stuff. Other things I wanted to research. Okay, to be fair, country and hip hop, I did a little research about. So over while the time I've been off, I've went through the albums of the year. I mean, been put out, and kind of went for things and really evaluated of things that I wasn't all that familiar with. Country being one of them. But the guy I did find, Coulter Wall, Songs of the Plains. Now, I saw this pop up on a lot of lists. This guy really revives that Western vibe of Marty Robbins and Tex Ritter. He's got this kind of like, I mean, it's an old school sound, man. And I was really impressed with this. I would pick this up. I mean, it is down and dirty.
I'm not real familiar.
Look this up, and I'm not either. This is more of a I bet you didn't know, and because I didn't know this cat before, maybe today. I'll be honest.
Canadian?
I don't know much about him.
Wait, do you think of somebody else?
But it sounds like this cover looks. If that makes any sense to you.
Yeah.
It really does. I was really I found this today, and I was really impressed with it. Old school country, the songwriting out of this world for country. So check it out. That's something worth it. You're worth it.
Thanks. I've been told that my whole life.
Let's see what else we got. You want to do something, Jay?
I don't really know what we're doing. I mean,
well, let me do.
We don't own any of these on vinyl, so I brought stuff I own.
Let me do. Okay.
I didn't know we were doing these fake lists like this.
Wouldn't be fair to do. Okay, touching on the pop tip of things. If we're going to kiss on the
tip,
if we're going to kiss on the tip of the urethra of the pop universe, I'm going to throw out a band called Beach House. I've almost bought Beach House on vinyl a couple of times. The older releases. Beach House is a shoegaze. I would say more like dream pop with a female singer. Mm-hmm. And this 7 album I checked out, really legit. Some of the Beach House, some days, this is one of those bands that, like, some days I'm just like, oh fuck, this is perfect for what I need. Other days I may put the same album on, I'm like, get this shit out of here. It's weird how that works. Yeah. This is one of those. So if I was going to pull something from the pop area of things, I think Beach House's 7 from this year would be the one. It's good stuff, man. I mean, it's good stuff.
I'm not familiar with what you're talking about.
Well, and I'll tell you, while we're doing things we don't own, I told you I was going to do something from the hip-hop vein of things. This is a record in doing research that has blown me away. Earl Sweatshirt. This is some good feeling old school hip-hop. I think he's done some crazy shit before, where it's like, you know, cutting up people and burying them in the backyard and all this stuff.
Never heard of this before in my life.
But apparently he had a very strained relationship with his father. And some of this was kind of a message to his father, but in the middle of producing this record, and the quote from Earl was, he tried to bridge the distance between them with this album, but his dad died before the album was done, which just adds this depressed just weight to this record and the lyrics, but which would normally mean literally nothing to me because I'm a sociopath. But listening to this, the beats and the rhymes and the way this album is put together reminds me a lot of like a 90s hip hop record. And it's good. I really enjoyed it. And that's one of those, just like country, very selective. I'm not going to put my seal of approval on some shit that's garbage.
Yeah.
That's not even fun for a casual listener.
Okay.
You know, if it's stoner doom shit, I mean, we can split hairs on 100 bands.
Yeah.
When it comes to hip hop and country, you know, the filter is much more narrow. I don't let as much in to the wheelhouse.
You got a tighter cue.
I got a tighter cue, and you gotta turn your hips on those inside fastballs if you want to get it over the left field fence. It's all about the hips, baby. Come on, get a grip, chat.
Now, are you showing records?
Take a lap, everybody. Scotty's got the right idea. Let's take a lap.
Take a lap. All right. Well, I didn't do as much soul digging or soul searching for records from this year. Because frankly, I don't really like listen to the radio.
No, I don't either. I don't listen to the radio.
I don't really
I
don't keep up with modern music too much, which is a terrible thing. You know?
Ain't you a cool guy, Jay?
That's a horrible thing.
You want a cool guy T-shirt?
But
stop off in the locker room. We got one over the side. Get you a cool guy T-shirt.
So I just kind of go off like stuff I'm kind of accustomed with, and then if a band's putting out something new, I'll check it out. But
fair enough.
I did buy the Fu Manchu Clone of the Universe was my pick for my record of the year.
Oh, is that 2018? March?
Early. Yeah, early on.
Fair enough. I didn't even think about this one.
So yeah,
fair enough.
This will be my
okay. Oh,
I got
excuse
so
me.
excited there.
Excuse me.
So yeah.
That tell us a little bit about this.
This has got the one with Alex Lifeson on
that huge long song,
like 19 minutes on side 2.
Yeah.
The entire side. So
that's pretty cool.
yeah,
and
good record.
Dude, Fu Manchu
sounds like Fu Manchu, so they can kind of keep that sound.
Good point, Bill. Bill mentions the Promise reissue. Said those are pretty cool. It's great to see those come back out.
I saw something about those today.
Especially some of those not as well liked, or I mentioned the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
The Brown album's pretty big for me, and that's not one that pops. I mean, Pork Soda and Seas of Cheese is all over the place, and I love those, of course. But the Brown
album Soda out before.
Not that I think those all came out. It's kind of like Boards of Canada or Melvins when they reissued all that.
Yeah, they just re-released a very limited number back in the day.
Yeah.
Well, also, while we're on the subject of records of the year,
yeah. You don't mind if I take another hit of liquor, DJ?
No, it's your house.
Does that offend you?
Yeah, it does. We were talking about records of the year. I brought a couple that I picked up this year that really kind of got me excited.
Okay.
This was that Church of Sun I picked up. And both of these were total like whiffs.
Church of Sun?
Whiffs, but these were total like blind stabs. The ones I'm showing.
Yacha!
And they're both. This one was actually sealed. I got from a local store. Yeah. And this is just a local like well, not local to us, but like a small-time California band that only printed up like 300 copies of this and sold it themselves.
Yeah. And
it ended up in like our record store sealed, and I picked up a copy for like $4. And it's like It's like dark indie popish kind of.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit alternative. It's got a lot of different sounds actually in one record.
I kind of don't almost remember that.
We played side A like a long time ago, and it was good. I liked it, and I looked him up and I followed him on the Facebook and all that good stuff. And that looks like you have a big beer sitting right in front of you. Oh Lord, that's funny. And then this is probably really my dig of the year. This Mount Carmel record I picked up.
Hey, here, man.
This is probably the best record I bought this year. I really didn't buy a whole lot of records in 2018. I looked today because I keep track on Discogs, and I'll.
Go ahead, Jay. Everybody's listening. Nobody's looking at me. Everybody's listening to you.
Well, I log them when I buy them. I log them pretty much immediately on my Discogs, and I think I only bought like 75 records this year. So, this might be a lot to some. But.
You know, I think a huge compliment to the Mount Carmel faction over here is our buddy Deadwax picked up a couple of Mount Carmel records,
Yeah.
like on your Accord, like you saying that was a dope record.
Right.
Bought that.
Right.
He bought some other stuff, some Gary McFarlane and some Alphonse Mouzon that we had talked about on the show. To me, there's no bigger compliment than us just kind of mentioning casually a record that's pretty good, and another cat like picking it up.
If you haven't heard that particular one, that's the one that looks like that late '60s Tops bass. But if you haven't heard that, just think like old ZZ Top, like early ZZ Top kind of.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
3-piece. It was really good funk, like bluesy, whatever. More blues, not funk. I don't know where that came from.
Your blues. Oh wait, let's all. Oh wait, I got a couple more. So in the electronica vein of things, don't have it in I should really have this. But something that really, and I appreciate a special someone out there that hooked me up with this digitally, and that's probably why I've not purchased it in vinyl. Not to throw that on them or anything. But Aphex Twin, this album, I can't remember the name of the EP. What's the name of the EP, Shane?
I don't know.
Jesus Christ! It is Relapse. I think it is Relapse.
Not Shane. Why are you asking me?
Terrific stuff, and it really does go back to the Aphex Twin style of Twin Collapse EP.
Aphex or Apex?
Aphex, the Collapse EP that came out. I can't believe I forgot that. I've almost picked this up a couple of times, and then I'll fall back. The reason I don't, tell me if you guys suffer from the same syndrome. First of all, the visuals for the Collapse self-titled track video-wise, bonkers. If you've not seen that, go watch it. But I suffer from the same thing. Either new albums are coming out or new reissues. Most famous for me is Black Flag's Damaged. I know there's a local spot, Underdog, that always has it. And I go in and be like, I'm buying Black Flag Damaged today. And I walk in there, but then there's like, oh wait, there's this dope-ass Otis Redding 66 EP in there that's $8.
Yeah.
That's used. I'm always more drawn to the used records as a record collector and a digger than the brand new thing that's sitting in the new section. But I also have been guilty of sleeping on that, and so like good first edition, first press things have slipped by me, like Beck's, the last Beck record. Anyway, but I put off buying new or reissued records because the used selection in my spots are good enough to where I'm like, I feel like I need to pick this thing up from '64 before I buy the thing from 2015. You know what I mean? It's just ingrained in me that I should pick the older shit up first. I don't know. I just wonder if I'm the only one that does that.
I just forget.
But anyway, that Aphex Twin is bonkers. But it falls into that same category of when I go in there to buy that for $17, $18 for an EP, which is pricey for an EP, but it's Aphex Twin, so okay. But then I walk in there and I'm like, oh wait, they've got a used Red Fang record for $12. I'm gonna buy that because that's not gonna pop up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys experience that same thing. What else do you got for record of the year, Jay? I got two more, and they're my bonker ones.
That's really it. I mean, I got stuff I liked I picked up, but.
What's your big digs of the week? I mean, digs of the year. Is there a dig that really?
Those were the ones. Those other two that I just showed. Probably my best digs of the. Because those are blind. Those are total blind. Like, hey, like I listened to like 10 seconds in the store on the iTunes sampler.
Yeah.
And and then I got, but I didn't spend much money, so they were probably overall my best two of the year.
Yeah. I will say it's probably sitting right there. The Earth, the Bees Made Hunting the Lion Skull.
Mm-hmm.
When I bought that, as soon as it got reissued, I bought it online. That's an online thing. But things that really stick in my head is when me and the girlfriend took the vacation to Asheville. I went to Harvest Records up there. I picked up 2 Noi records. I picked up, what else I picked up there?
Picked up some Stone.
Oh, Eagle Twin.
Sabbath.
I picked up 2 Sabbath records, 2 Noi records, an Eagle Twin record, and a Big Business record. That was my dig haul, excuse me, of the year.
Mm-hmm.
When I went up there and I was even like, I'm gonna spend a couple $100 at this goddamn store.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent about $100, and it was
She got a lot of good stuff.
a lot of good stuff. A mix of modern, a mix of classic, and it was just like, man, it felt good,
I'm
man.
throwing a little cheese down as long as I'm getting some good stuff.
Yeah, if it's right. I mean, you know what's right.
I don't do it all the time, but
I don't do it all the time, but I was on vacation, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of like I am now, except I don't leave the house. I just want to play video games. Yeah. I have an abuse problem.
Yeah,
or
yeah, you do.
something. Yeah, I should get the vinyls, man. I totally should.
The vinyls.
I should. Except I'm just trying to check on everybody. I'm trying to watch everything. All right, what else you got?
That's it.
Dig of the week?
That's it.
That's all you got for Dig of the week?
Yeah. Oh,
What?
I haven't bought a record on it.
Now, for real, my 2 albums of the year, and you know me, it's a little biased in the fact that, I mean, I'm sure if I was a hip-hop guy, I'd have a couple of different things. If I was the techno guy, I'd have 2 different things. I've got 2 albums that I almost cannot separate. I'm finding them.
Well, apparently they got separated.
They got separated. And there were 2 huge releases for this year. Yob, Our Raw Heart, which I think the story, actually these both have equally compelling stories. In the fact that Yob's Our Raw Heart, number one, I love Yob and Mike Scheidt, but he wrote a majority of this while in a hospital bed. So a lot of the lyrics are really, they're deep, man. They're really from a place, you know what I mean? You laying in a hospital bed and like, hey, you may fucking die. So some of the lyrics may come a little bit more from the gut than normal, you know what I mean? And that is as heavy and as psychedelic and as just weighty. It's a good combination of all the Yob things that we have come to love and know from Yob, combined to one in a record that is, I mean, it's freaking powerful, man. That's a powerful record. Even if you're not really a heavy fan, there are some hollery, screamy tracks in there, for sure. So, you know, your mom may not like it, but if you're somebody that can at least tolerate heavier vocals on some parts of things, and it's not all that, but it's heavy, it's weighty, it means something. Mike Scheidt always comes from a good place, and that good place is music and rock and roll. He knows what the fuck he's doing. Mike Scheidt he's a guy that really gets it. He's not rich, he's not famous necessarily, he doesn't aspire to be that. He aspires to make good, honest, heavy rock and roll music. He does it. 100% does it. And that record, Our Raw Heart, does that 100%. It is equally as capable of being an album of the year on anybody's list, even the non-heavy music type person. And the other one, I have to say, of course, is Sleep, The Sciences. And I mean, those two are literally tied.
You got some on that record.
Um,
Some moisture on the cover.
moisture. You got moisture on your
I
cover.
don't want you to ruin your record.
Wow. I mean, these guys, and let's just show this off. We ain't got to stand up and show everything off. We need to show that gatefold off. Careful for the record don't fall off. But Sleep's go down a little bit. This is the first time Sleep got together. They played some live shows and shit. But really the first one in like 9 years. 2003. They had released a couple of songs, they'd played some live shows, and then all of a sudden, you've got The Sciences. They released it on 4/20 this year with very little notice, and all these people that are just like, Mad fucking Pike! And then, you know, all about everything that Sleep did, and all of a sudden, here's a new album. Right there. Without you even knowing it was coming.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Not for just the amount of weight and the heaviness and it's a great combination of like Holy Mountain and Dope Smoker all in one. Even got a little ohm in there. It's right there. It's all there. Also in the fact in the way that they released the album, kind of nonchalant and oh yeah, by the way, here's a new Sleep album, you bastards.
You filthy animal.
That added to the fact of like, what the fuck? You know, that was just so great.
Yeah.
So for me, and I'm a heavy music guy, but the Yob and the Sleep together, those are my albums of the year.
Okay.
For sure. Leave us a comment.
That's fun.
What's
Hey,
your album of the
that's
year?
fun.
You got something that's better than that? I want to hear about it.
Carol Burnett's greatest hit.
And the top three, Yob, Sleep, Aphex Twin. What else you got in there? I'm willing to hear it. I'm not opposed to it. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
And that's all you got? You don't got another one? What about that new Ace Frehley?
Well, the record that did one. It's okay. It wasn't as good as some of the other ones.
Break it down.
It was that picture disc I bought in Cyber
No, you
Monday.
got two copies. You got a play copy and a picture disc, didn't you?
No, you're thinking of something else.
Oh.
I bought that EP that came out, or Bronx Blue
Oh.
EP. It had a track off the new record that came out. The record's pretty good, but the picture disc I bought was from 2008.
Shane says a new Jeff Tweedy album. I like Jeff Tweedy a lot. I love that he plays with his son. I think that's really cool.
Okay.
But I've not heard his new album. I mean, I love Wilco and all the old Jeff Tweedy shit. Cameraman, who you may remember, my old roommate, he was a huge Jeff Tweedy fan, and I've given him some stuff that I've picked up on CD. For me, Jeff Tweedy and Wilco is not an all the time band. It's not a band that I can play all the time for me, but I know Cameraman can.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
But that's great. I've not listened to that, so I'm going to put that on the list. I'm
Okay.
going to scribble it down. Let's take us a quick commercial break.
Yes, let's do it.
Look, all these episodes end up on our YouTube, and I'm not kidding. I want 500 by our 300th episode. You guys got a problem with it? You pick your own parking lot. You want to pick a parking lot? If it's worth 5 subscribers, I'll fight you. We'll parking lot fight it for 5 subscribers at a time till I get it up to 500. I'm really good at omoplatas, I'll be honest. I'm a blue belt under Hoist Gracie. Omoplatas, I'm up there. Arm bars from the guard, I'm up there. Triangle chokes, if you raise your head, I'm up there. From the mount, I'm a little shakier than from the guard, but I'll still submit you. Blue belt, Boyce Gracie, 1999. You guys remember that? I do. Get on our Twitch channel. That's where we're going to stream the video games and the music from now on. That's the place you need to be. Figure it out. Get a grip. Type in a URL. I can't do this for you guys and my parents too. Type it in. Follow us. Follow us on Twitch. I can't do this for you guys and my parents too. It's too much to ask for any one human being. Just for that, look, here's some tips. If you guys want to subscribe and follow, I'll pull the orange shit off her tits and we can see her nip bots. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of what you want to do. What do you want to do?
I just want to stand up.
All right, we'll be back in a minute. We're going to take a quick commercial break.
Are we going to commercial now? I just got back.
No, I know, but I don't. I didn't switch any commercials, so these are all
Old school.
These are all Christmas commercials.
All right.
I know. I should have switched them. I'm sorry. I've got some. I've got some
Hello there, boys and girls. I'm Steve Thabo, the first cousin of All-Star third baseman Chris Thabo. And I'm here to tell you drugs are bad for you.
Drugs,
Crack.
acid,
For you.
drugs,
Crack.
acid,
PCP. Nicotine.
pot,
Alcohol. Cocaine.
heroin,
Angel dust.
Drugs are the devil. The first thing you must know is that drugs will turn you into a nincompoop. And nobody likes a nincompoop. You want to see what you look like when you take drugs? Look at these dumb people. Forget the fact that they were retarded before they took drugs. That's not the point. That's not the point. You were retarded before taking drugs, right?
I say I was about 5 years old, 5 or 6. Like the sniffles a lot.
Drugs will send you straight to hell. This is a normal brain. This is your brain on drugs. This is a normal brain. This is your brain on drugs.
Jack, for all of our Jewish friends, we've got a great number of Jewish friends as well as Muslims and Hindus who watch this program.
Now, there's no question that every one of these famous inventions have had a huge impact over the last 150 years in every aspect of the way we live our lives.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Grown Man Record Night. We appreciate you staying the hell with us and farting around about it. Excuse me.
You all right there?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. We let's do a so to speak, Jay.
Let's do it.
After the show, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try to do a. I'm gonna try to stream a Steam game, like a mouse and keyboard battle royale game called Ring of Elysium. I'm gonna try to do that and do the stream at the same time and see if the computer just melts on fire.
Probably poop itself.
Probably. But let's just get into it. Let's. Oh, I'm sorry. No.
We've already done that.
No. Let's talk about what we played instead. No. So to speak, instead. No.
Chip chat?
No.
Dig of the week?
No. This is something I picked up. Now, for you guys, I have been cheating for the past couple of days. I ate some French fries for Christmas Day. My mom asked me, what do I want for...
I heard McDonald's stock went back up this week.
Well, my mom asked me what I wanted for Christmas. I said French fries, potatoes. So I ate those. It's a macaroni and cheese. Off keto. High carbs. Last night, what did I eat? McDonald's. What? Like cheeseburgers and French fries. What?
That's crazy, man.
Bonkers. And I think my birthday is going to be Thursday, which is the day after I go back to work, which has always happened to me as a kid, going back to school like on my birthday and shit. But Notre Dame plays Saturday, so I'm thinking about doing something bad then, like some Chinese food or something. No rice or noodles, but like General Tso and some egg rolls.
Sure.
And some regular strength beer or something. You know what I mean? But for, so to speak, I've been buying the Zevia sodas.
Saw some in there.
Yeah. Dr. Zevia is good. I've done the Zevia the cola, it's okay. The ginger root beer I've done, which is okay. And we may have done them on the show. But I found these this week. The Blue Sky Soda, Zero Sugar Cola. If we can get, let's get up there with it.
Well,
that's close.
okay.
Blue Sky. And it does. I'll read you a little bit about them. It's out of Atlanta, GA.
The bad streets of Atlanta, GA.
Yeah, it's artificially flavored. Our beverages have always been flavored by nature, made with zero sugar and always caffeine free. I'm not necessarily in favor of that. Because for us, less is always more. Caffeine free, gluten free, sodium free. But there are carbs. It's 6 carbs per can, and it does use Zevia. And this is a regular, which is my favorite, is a regular natural cola. So,
Okay.
I'll give you the first pull on that, Jay. You tell me what you think about it.
Have you had this before? Yeah, you have.
I have. I love the design. I love the can.
Not bad. It's kind of bland.
I love everything about it. Until I take the pull and I taste artificial bologna. Not like a sweetened low. It's bitter. I don't taste the bite of the cola. I don't like these.
I think it's just kind of bland.
I taste that it's saccharin. I taste like saccharin, which is like that sweet and low pink packet shit. But
Yeah.
the can and everything about it looks like it's going to be like legit and dope and
It tastes like a bad
micro brewed and.
It tastes like a bad store brand.
But that meh on the back end of that, I cannot get down with that.
Like Diet Right or something like that.
Take another hit just to make sure.
I'm good.
It's got a very artificial thing. If they would have covered that artificial meh,
I don't think it's that bad.
I know it's not gross necessarily.
But that's like something.
I wouldn't overpay for that.
That's something I would expect to buy at a Walmart vending machine for like 25 cents.
Exactly.
That's what it tastes like. But it's drinkable, sure.
It's drinkable.
It ain't the
But if
worst
I'm going to
thing. It ain't the
overpay
worst
for
thing
something,
to do.
I want that cola bite.
Was that,
Man.
so that wasn't an economy soda.
No, sir.
Okay.
but I got it on sale. But I want that cola hard bite to cover up the fact that there's artificial
Oh, sure.
anything.
No, is this? Oh, this is advertised as 0 sugar.
0 sugar, but it's got stevia and it's got some carbs in it.
I don't know if they're marketing it as a cola. Or
No, if it was
not.
straight up cola, I would vomit it out, and it's not good. I do not recommend Blue Sky.
I don't hate it as much as you do.
I don't recommend it. Normally $5-6 a
I'm
six
sure,
pack.
I'm sure the executives from Blue Sky that are watching this. are upset.
$5-6 a six pack.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
For soda, I'm a 99-cent 2-liter guy. What do I
Best
know?
sodas of the year. You remember one? No, I don't remember one either. That's the beauty of being Mikey Bananas. I don't remember anything about anybody, ever, about anything.
Yeah.
Let's get into a chip chat. Now, chips we're a little more stringent with, I have to say.
You eat a good chip and it stays with you, kind of.
Yeah, for sure. And for that very reason, every year we do a chip of the year. We have been known for doing this for years on end. So you may be asking, what possible chip could you be doing? Could you be doing for chip of the year? And I would argue that it's not a chip of the year.
It's an homage to a chip of the year.
It's a chips of the year, because I think what has stood out. Now, I will preface this with the fact that Steve Fever's not here, and Steve has not weighed in on this.
Yeah. Steve's missed a lot of these, as a matter of fact.
Sure, but I would say what has really stood out for me over the course of this year, ironically enough, when I first saw it, I thought it was ludicrous. I think it was a comical. It was going to be a joke. The whole thing is just
That's why I bought it for the first time.
debauchery. It was wrap chips. Wrap chips. How many wrap chips have we done this year?
5.
I'm gonna switch up to it.
Okay.
Wrap snacks. This guy, look at these flavors. As my internet is working.
Yeah, that's it.
Trini honey jalapeno cheese puffs.
Did we did we do that one?
Fabulous New York deli cheddar.
Okay.
I don't know any of these guys.
Okay.
Little Boozy. I've heard of Little Boozy. Little Boozy's Louisiana Heat. Migo white cheddar and it with a dab of ranch popcorn. Look at this.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of him.
Little Yachis, crunchy
Yachi,
curls.
sorry,
But
we didn't do those yet.
of all these, I will say,
That's the one.
you don't know anything. Which one?
Honeydew.
Honeydew.
That's the one that we went crazy for.
Oh, the cheese puffs.
We liked those a lot.
So without just getting crazy about it,
Yeah.
this year has been the year of the wrap snack.
Yeah, I'd say so.
What we
Good
thought
chip.
was going to be ridiculous has turned into the prominent.
Should we mail them an award?
We should. Because what I have said, and actually you have celebrated this with, fill these out, Jay. We're going to do both of them. I don't give a fart.
We purchased some today.
Show us what we got.
Steve,
Go back here. Get on up there.
Two that we just looked at. That's that New York deli cheddar.
Okay. Who's the rapper?
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
I guess. I don't know. Is that right? Fabulous? Okay. This is the Migos popcorn white cheddar with a dab of ranch. So.
Now, I will say, I've said this before. These chips have more junk on them than any chip I've ever had in my entire life. When you open up like a Bowen barbecue or whatever the hell they call it,
It's barbecue, all right.
It's like red. So much red barbecue. So hold on, before you get into this, let's do the popcorn first.
I'm not a big popcorn person, so I'm just
What?
gonna take a small serving sample here.
Doesn't disappoint. Let's read this on the back. We take pride in setting the tone for the culture of hip-hop. We will always remember what got us here. Hard work, dedication, and teamwork. Our dreams are what inspires us. Don't stop dreaming. Migos. Freaking right, man. Quality words of advice from Migos.
Okay.
This is good. White cheddar and ranch
Flavored
popcorn. And it doesn't disappoint in the fact that there's a lot of freaking seasoning on here. What's the other one?
No, this is the New York. This is Fabulous's New York Deli Cheddar.
Oh.
Wavy potato chips. And they're the thick wavies, like the good
Thick
dippers.
wavies.
Yeah, the good dippers.
Let me get a couple of these and then hold this bag up there close because I think this is going to need a little special attention.
Did we do? I think we did a wavy wrap chip at one point.
Oh my God.
Cheddar though. Thick cheddar.
Holy God. This might be the chip of the year we're doing live on the show.
Good.
Oh my God. Sharp, hard bite on the cheddar.
A little sweet too though.
Little sweet. Thick chip. Ain't breaking in your dip. And a hard bite to the cheddar. Ah,
You know it.
Jesus Christ, man. Wrap Chips 2018. Really knocking it out of the park.
Well, hats off to you, right, Chip.
Hats off. Man bun up. All to you, bro.
I
This
got
is-
like must be stalking these guys or something.
You know, I learned about the history of these guys. This one cat kind of, this James Lindsay's his name.
Yeah, he's the CEO of this.
Yeah, he had two passions from day one: food and hip hop. That's his deal. God bless him, man.
He wants to start some metal chips.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we should do a metal chip brand. Oh my God. Who wants to buy into it?
Stoner chip.
Stoner chips.
Look, this desert bands featured.
Yeah, bro.
They're marketing the snacks for stoners.
Wah. Wah. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us for Grown Man Record Night. We hope everybody's had a good time and a good holiday season. We're kind of wrapping up the holiday season here, even though the holiday season really ends with my birthday next Thursday. So hope everybody's had a good time, had some good time spent with their family, and got some good gifts, and just had some time off from the work place and all that shit. And I know all that shit's important to just restarting for 2019. For 2019, we're coming out from the corner. I'm throwing leg kicks hard, and then I'm coming with an overhand right. 2019, better just watch the fuck out, because Grown Man Record Night's coming right up in your asshole about it. Somebody come do something about it. I want 500 by our 300th episode.
5 by 3, that's a new
5 by 3. Let's cross it up one time, Jay.
hashtag that. We go viral.
I'm coming after motherfuckers. Let's get it going. Let's get serious about it. Let's get it going. Let's get a grip. Let's commit to it. Let's everybody commit to it.
Commitment 2019.
Let's just get real serious about it. And we appreciate everybody just joining with us and just being fellowshipy with us. And God damn it. Well,
All
right. So stay tuned. Switch over to the Twitch channel. Like I said, I want everybody to go over there, follow us on that. We can become Twitch partners, and I can make $1 million if you guys go over there and just hit follow on Twitch. I could do this for a living. Imagine doing Grown Man Record Night for a living. Oh God, that had a piece of my liver in it. That don't smell good about it. Go over there. We're gonna play some more games and play records this evening. We'll play those albums of the year. I swear to God, come on over here. So from Steve Fever and Jay the Curbist, I'm Mikey Bananas. We'll see you next year.
We'll be next year.
Yeah. For an all new Grown Man. It'll be the day after my birthday. So you guys can send pictures of cake to my YouTube channel. I think so. Oh wait, I lost. All right, so to end 2018, there's no better way to end it, ladies and gentlemen, than with Carl jumping on a trampoline.